generally my advice or my recommendation would really be spend less time on finance, spend less time in conference rooms, less time on PowerPoint, and more time just trying to make your product as amazing as possible. I think there might be too many MBAs running companies. There's the MBAization of America, which I think is maybe not that great. There should be more focus on the product, the service itself, less time on board meetings, less time on financials. The financials, what's the point of a company at all? Why even have companies? It's like a company is an assembly of people gathered together to create a product or service and deliver that product or service. And sometimes people lose sight of that. A company has no value in and of itself. It only has value to the degree that it is an effective allocator of resources to create goods and services that are of greater value than the cost of the inputs. This thing we call profit should just mean over time that the value of the output is worth more than the inputs.
So if the product is good, presumably the profits follow rather than profits being a goal versus profit.
I just earnestly would recommend to anyone listening, just spend less time in meeting rooms, less time on PowerPoint presentations, less time on a spreadsheet, and more time on the factory floor, more time with customers. And obviously a lot of people out there are already doing that, but I would just urge people to say hey, step back a second and say, is your product as awesome as it could be? Probably not. What could you do to make it great? If you feel think about innovation, maybe it has to be breakthrough innovation. I don't think it necessarily has to be breakthrough innovation. It's just make your product better. This is the thing that really matters.
Is that kind of product mindset the kind you described? Is that learnable?
I think it is learnable. Step number one would be try. and have you tried? And have you tried hard? And if you haven't tried hard, try hard. I think it is learnable. Basically, just be an absolute perfectionist about the product that you make, the service that's provided. Seek negative feedback from all quarters, from customers, from people who aren't customers. Hey, okay, what can we make this? How can we make this better? It's absolutely learnable. If you find yourself spending a lot of time getting presentations and reviewing spreadsheets, you're barking up the wrong tree. That's the effect, not the cause. Get out there on the factory floor. Get out there in the stores. Talk to customers. Think about what would you love to have. Oh, and sometimes I think, and I've had this conversation at Tesla a few times. We try to think we don't love this product, but we think others will love it. That's not really how it works. If you don't love it, don't expect others will either.